Why'd you break the chair? I
didn't break the chair.
You broke the chair.
Look, I deconstructed the chair because I needed it for the barricade, Jerry.
You didn't deconstruct the chair. You sat in it. It somehow...
That is not what happened. Don't make me sound fat.
It went crooked.
You're a bad man.
Both sides went crooked
I don't know what happened, but now we can use it as a weapon. We can spike off the top because they're coming.
This is what happens when you eat too many donuts on a Friday morning.
I ate only 37... which is less than 3 baker's dozens, and I will thank you and respect that.
I know it's less than usual, and I commend you on your diet, but
right.
You still broke the chair.
I'm working very hard. That's not important. Do we have wood?
Somewhere.
Okay, we need it.
There's some trees.
We need wood, we need spikes, we need flamethrowers, and most importantly, guns.
Are we going after vampires?
No, the zombies are coming, and we need to protect ourselves.
There's no such thing as zombies.
Bullshit! Zombies are coming. It's happening, everybody! Get ready! Here it comes!
I'm Jerry.
I'm Puffy, and we are in a state of emergency. I don't know how CNN isn't talking about this yet. The zombie apocalypse is upon us, and it's oh dear. Everything's terrible.
Okay, so this is what happens when you let fucking Puffy read articles on Facebook about stem cell research.
It's an actual thing that's happening.
I know it's an actual...
A biotech company in the U.S. has been granted ethical permission to use stem cells to try to reanimate the brains of brain-dead people.
First of all, it's the U.S. and India.
Oh, great. So now it's happening globally. I thought maybe we could just border up the fucking U.S. and we would save the rest of the world, but no. Now it's on a global scale.
Well,
great.
I think this may put us at an advantage because if everything does go to shit in India... and I don't think it can. I don't think it's possible. But if it does, there's 1 billion people there, and we have an ocean separating us. So really, this could be a good ploy for world domination.
Are you not focusing on the problem at hand? They are reanimating brain dead people. What part of that doesn't scream zombies? The first dude's gonna wake up and he's gonna be like,
okay,
say nothing, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, did it work? Then he's gonna bite the face off the doctor.
Okay. It says that they're going to use stem cells to try to reactivate the brain, so there's a chance that they come back perfectly normal.
Yeah, what do you think the odds of that are? Okay, I've read comics, I've seen movies, I've seen TV shows. All right, I know it's coming. Do you know what's coming? Because I'm ready.
Zombies can't exist ever. Zombies are something they can never exist.
That's not true. There are bugs that currently exist that literally infect the brains of their prey and make them mindless things that do their bidding.
Really, show me that.
I will.
What are they? When was the last time I was walking down the street and I saw a zombie dog being controlled by some insect? When did that happen?
Not in America.
But
it does happen, all right? Godzilla didn't happen in America.
Godzilla didn't happen.
Godzilla totally happened.
In a movie?
No. The movies are based off the actual thing that happened. Where are you coming from with this? I thought you were smart.
Oh, yeah. Remember that time Cloverfield happened in history, too, and that monster ran through
Cloverfield is a documentary of what will happen. We got to prep for that, too. But it's not going to matter if we don't get past the zombie apocalypse.
There can't be a zombie. Zombies cannot exist.
Yes, they can.
Everybody knows that.
No, that's... I will find the thing, and you're going to be really disappointed because you were wrong.
You know what pisses me off about The Walking Dead?
What?
You got all these zombies running around, and they have no calf muscles. They have no anything muscles because they're literally rotting. Yet, they're running, they're walking. It's like, hey, let's forget how human anatomy works and just assume that zombies can walk normally without muscles. And that doesn't make any sense.
Since when do they not have muscles? If a marathon runner dies and reanimates as a zombie, he has a marathon runner's legs. That would be a fast zombie.
Yes, but he was dead, and when he's reanimated, he's undead, but there's obviously no blood flow or anything like that. The systems that are required for the human body to function properly are not working. So here, if a zombie could happen, it's going to be that dude on the table going and they're not going to be able to move. They probably won't even be able to talk. They're going to be useless. They'll be alive, but they'll be on the table and they won't be able to move. They won't have any function, and it'll be one of those things are they alive or are they dead, in their mind? But that's the most zombie we're ever going to get.
Ophiocordyceps.
Yeah,
I'm probably saying that wrong.
Yeah, you should probably not read things you don't understand.
It is a genus of parasite fungus whose species attack different species of insects in the jungles of Africa. For ants, they infect and take over the brain. Then they instruct the ant to climb up underneath a leaf of a tree. Then when it dies, the fungus of the parasite just spreads. Zombie apocalypse.
The fungus spreads and then what?
When the stalk is fully grown, it unleashes more deadly spores, and the process begins again. And that parasite is going to it's going to evolve and infect humans.
Oh, so now but it doesn't reanimate their corpse. It just takes over.
You know what?
The dead body. You know what else does that? Everything.
I feel like you're being a non-believer here.
I feel like
I am going to go on the zombie apocalypse by myself because clearly you're going to get us killed.
Zombies are fun to think about, but they can't ever actually exist. What can happen is we can reanimate these people. That's something that can happen, and they'll be alive, not undead, actually alive, and then we'll live forever.
So you say, wait, live forever? We're not supposed to live forever.
No,
stop it.
Sorry.
No. I don't know why you would say live forever. Humans are not meant to live forever.
Actually, we are.
No, we're not.
We are absolutely meant to live forever.
The technological advances we have that prolong our life so drastically from back in the day is already detrimental enough to this planet and humanity. It needs to stop. We need to regress. Just stop distributing medicine. Stop curing ailments and diseases. If you die, you die.
Slight interjection, and maybe for the end of the episode, but I need to understand why girls send snaps of themselves, like, expressionless, no words, no nothing. This doesn't do anything for me. We'll get to that at the 25th minute.
That's so that it you know what? Fine, we'll get to it at the 25th minute. Interesting. I also have a lot to say about that. I have a text message. It is not important at this time. What was I saying?
I don't know. I was looking at my phone.
Fantastic.
I'm a symptom
we are your
of
hosts,
the American problem.
We extensively research everything we talk about, except for
on Fridays,
days like today, where we don't, because somebody naps for 4.5 hours. And
hold on, there's a meowing cat at the door.
Anyway, like I was saying,
go away.
Oh, the flag! Oh, the studio is falling apart. This is terrible.
Humans are meant to live forever.
Humans are not meant to live forever. Here's the problem, all right? The more we prolong our life, the more guaranteed it is that we are going to wipe out our own species or just completely destroy this planet. We're already overpopulated.
We're still meant to live forever.
No, we're not.
Just because
if
living
we were
forever...
meant to live forever, then the human body, prior to any medicinal or technological advances, would have lived forever, not to the age of, fucking 30.
Before any technological advances, we died at, age 15 because of common cold.
Yeah. You know what that's called? Survival of the fittest.
No, because the fittest might just catch a cold accidentally. And they're like, oh, fuck, I was the fittest, but now I'm sick and I'm going to die.
Well, they probably shouldn't be running outside without a jacket, should they?
Well, they didn't know about jackets yet.
Well,
because they're still in the cave.
Only further proves my point. Look at this. The female biological clock, it's like, it becomes increasingly...
What the fuck?
But, hear me out. There's a point for saying that, and I don't want it to come off as, anything other than just, fact. But women can no longer have children at a certain age. It's after menopause.
That's not true. Is it Janet Jackson? Is that the one I just saw? She's 49 or something?
Yeah, that's 49. That's very, very
And wasn't
late,
there a 60...
Women have a biological clock. This is a fact. You can't deny that. They have a timer in their body that says you need to have kids by then.
That's not a new thing.
Do you know why that with all of the advances we've had in technology that hasn't increased? Because you're supposed to... You get born...
Okay.
You find a mate, you reproduce to keep the species going, and then you die. Because everything after that is bullshit. Having a job, wearing clothes, it's all stupid, alright? And it all just needs to stop.
But that whole thing about dying, we're changing that.
We can't change...
And here's why.
No, I'm gonna take a line directly out of Jurassic Park in this case, okay? Everybody keeps wondering whether or not they can, that they never stop and think if they ever actually should.
We should. Here's why.
Oh, god damn it.
So, originally, humans didn't really survive that long. We were hunters, and we moved around a lot. And then we discovered fire. And we're like, wow, this is warm. I like this. This enables me to kind of stay put in one spot longer. Our brain allowed us to make advances that bettered our lifestyle. Our brain has the capability to, through science, find the means in which we can live forever, whether that's through medicine or we become kind of like bio people. But no matter what path that is, it's because our brain has naturally evolved to the point where it allows us to live forever through knowledge. It's an organic process that is unavoidable. And if we can live forever, we'll understand more about the universe, so we can actually become transcendent in the physical realm. We won't have to die to do that. Boom.
Are you fucking kidding me? We'll become transcendent in the physical realm, but zombie apocalypses are without
okay.
comprehension.
So what does most religions say? It says you die, and when you die, you go to heaven, and you'll learn all the secrets to the universe because you've died. Well, guess what? If I get to live for 2,000 years, I can just figure out all the secrets to the universe, and I become transcendent on my own.
If you get to live for 2,000 years, guess what? You live too fucking long.
Why? Why is that too long?
We're going to overpopulate the planet. If people aren't dying while people are still simultaneously being born, eventually we're just going to run out of room.
If I can live forever, if everyone can live forever, there's no more need for reproduction, and we will evolve out of the need to reproduce.
So you're saying find the youngest people now, and just, that's the cutoff point. No more babies. Everybody who's alive gets to stay alive. Nobody else gets... Are you serious now?
No, I'm not saying this is going to be pretty.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, the way it's going to go down is we're going to figure out how to live forever. The really rich people are going to take advantage of it. The poor people will revolt. There'll be hundreds of years of war or whatever. Lots of people will die. And then eventually, over time, the people who have lived for a long time, they're just not going to need to reproduce anymore. Maybe because of that biological clock. And then just no more babies, but also no more need for babies.
You're really making your case about why it's so great for humans to live forever, with hundreds of years of war and people basically making a corporation out of life longevity products.
The corporation is just something that'll happen at the beginning of the process. Once the people gain like maturity around like age 500, they'll be like, this corporation's kind of stupid. I just want to go sit under some trees for a while and think about the universe. So like, early on, it'll be really, really fucking terrible. But later on, it's going to be like a whole bunch of great old people. They're all going to be chill as fuck. They're just going to be like a bunch of hippies learning about nature.
No,
the way it should be now.
Also, there's a reason that people write shit down as they discover it. Like, scientists document their studies.
They're not going to forget how to write.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that they do it because they know they're not going to be here forever, and whoever decides to research that same subject next can just do the research as they learn about it, and then when they finally jump into the field, can just pick up where that person left off.
Yeah.
You don't need to be alive for 2,000 years.
Yeah, but guess what? When Einstein dies, that thought process dies, so people can catch up to where Einstein was, but the field is not moving as quickly because Einstein is dead.
Okay.
So we should at least keep the really important people around.
Selective life prolonging.
It's like reverse survival of the fittest. It's like, we know you're the fittest, you can survive. It's like selective evolution.
Nah, man, fuck that, because by that token, I'd be the first person they kill.
No, you can still live out your natural life. We might try to get rid of you a little earlier, and you already have. I mean, you're a smoker, so you're going to die early. I mean,
I'm going to live forever, bitch. Without your technology.
Freddie Mercury asked who wants to live forever, and he didn't want to.
Wow. You just...
R.I.P. Freddie. ESPN update.
You just detoured to the saddest, way that you could have.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Everything is terrible.
On behalf of the hotel.
Nice. Look, we can't live forever, all right? We can't. Do we have currently the technology?
Why are you saying we can't? It's absolutely a possibility.
Okay, we have the capabilities to figure out to, but we shouldn't. It's ethically wrong. It's morally wrong.
I lose my right eye. And they can make a fake eye.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get to get that fake eye?
Yeah, sure, because it doesn't extend your life by 800 years.
I lose my right arm. They can make me a fake one, connected with nerves.
Yeah, I'm all about bionic people. That's cool as fuck.
Okay.
But when your heart dies, when your brain dies,
eventually,
when you hit that age where it's like, it's my time to go.
There's going to be a case where someone who's got a lot of money has had lung failure, so they get bionic lungs, and then they have liver failure, and then eventually all but their brain is going to be bionic, and then stem cell research right here is going to come in and be like, we have a solution for you. And then that guy is accidentally going to become the world's first bionic man who lives forever.
He's going the distance.
It's not going to happen like, oh, bionic people.
Really? Because they're already printing 3D organs. It's getting a little too insane.
But
when the body naturally dies, when people die of natural causes, and I'm not talking about people of old age, I'm talking like when a guy dies at 36 from natural causes.
What, a car accident? That's not natural.
No, like people die of natural causes. They just die. Like, they wake up and everything was fine, and then suddenly they just weren't there the next day.
Yeah,
that's a thing that happens.
That shouldn't happen. That's rude.
How dare he?
Yeah, fuck
Get
that.
up, Tommy! Come on! No. I take that personally. I'm not religious, this is going to sound super hippie. I listen to the universe. I get my cues from the universe,
Sure.
and I kind of just go with my life based off that. But if someone dies, they were supposed to die. All right, if they just die of natural causes. They were no longer meant to be on this planet, and prolonging that is going against everything about humanity.
So was discovering fire.
And for every good person that you keep talking about we could prolong, think about every bad person that would be prolonged.
But they won't be bad forever.
Like, what if Hitler was still alive right now?
He would have calmed down.
Excuse you?
He would have... I mean...
You make it sound like before World War II, he just woke up one day and was like, these pancakes are fucking burned. That's it.
Because if you could if Hitler lives forever, he does all that stuff, really terrible stuff. But then, because we all live forever, we're like, that's pretty shitty, Hitler, so we're going to put you in jail for like 300 years. We're going to rehabilitate you. And then Hitler comes out and he's like, really, I'm sorry about that, guys. I got really mad. I did some shit. Thank you for letting me live. You probably should have killed me. And then he's just going to kind of like fade into the future.
What?
Right?
You're out of your fucking mind. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
Oh yeah, it's almost as dumb as like if Hitler asked for, God's forgiveness before he died, he's in heaven right now.
Hey, I'm not arguing religion with you.
So
that's a completely different argument that I don't have any, leg to stand on.
I'm just saying that it's not unrealistic for us to live forever. We're getting to the point where that's something that could be a possibility. If it is a possibility, what's wrong with it?
Everybody's supposed to die. If we were supposed to live forever, then
everybody
we were born,
is supposed to die of the common cold. Don't look, and the next time you get a headache, suffer through it, bitch, because you're not supposed to take Tylenol.
I do, because I'm a man. I don't take Tylenol. I just drink copious amounts of caffeine. Sup?
You know that caffeine will help with your headache, so you drink the coffee. You've learned that through experience. What you're saying is that we should disregard all of human experience and say, just because we didn't have it yesterday, we shouldn't do it today.
No, what I'm saying is, if we were meant to live forever, nobody would have ever died in the first place. We would have come out of the womb as these perfect, sentient beings.
I could have seen Freddie Mercury live.
If he lived forever. Well, guess what? He didn't.
I could have seen Freddie Mercury at a concert featuring Mozart on piano, or Beethoven even, with Metallica.
That actually does sound like a pretty chill show. I would pay for that show. But it doesn't happen. You know why? Because we're not meant to live that long.
Music wouldn't suck as bad as it does right now.
No, music sucks as bad as it does now because people only care about money and faces as they do to actual fucking talent.
It wouldn't happen. Man, like what if all the hippies were all still alive and they're like, man, everything. So the people would actually be protesting about like things. Everyone from the past was smarter.
Everyone from the past.
Yep.
So as we increase our technology and our scientific advances that make the possibility of living forever more real, we're actually becoming dumber.
Right, because of the internet.
So what you're saying is, people who live forever in 2,000 years, we would have a movie like Idiocracy.
Let's think about this. Let's think about this. You and I are sitting here using our precious time to record this podcast.
What precious time? I have no friends.
I got
nothing else going on.
We're recording this podcast, and then we're going to post it on the internet. And then people who could be doing
things because you're going to say that they could be doing something else other than watching our podcast, and that's kind of, detrimental to our podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, please.
Please. But they're going to take the time to listen to this. And, like, back in the day, that wasn't an option. So instead, they'd be reading, like...
Or they'd be in their home
Iliad.
with the TV shows on radio.
You're right, because they were probably all illiterate.
Wow.
Like in the...
Yeah. You're on a roll today. That's fantastic. Look, we're not supposed to live forever. Period, space blank. There's no argument needed against it. Can we extend human life? Yes. Should we? Fuck no.
No, but we've already extended human life substantially.
Yes, we should all die when we're 30. You know
we would never make any progress if we all died.
Who cares? We'd be dead.
Actually, there would be no more Republicans.
Do you know that they just came out with a commercial with a bunch of old actors, like actors between their 60s and 80s, who were like, I don't care about global warming because I'm going to die soon. And you know what? They're not wrong. I'm 26. If I knew that I was dying in 4 years, you know how much shit I wouldn't have to worry about? The repercussions of a Trump presidency if it happened Wouldn't even care. I'd go out and vote for him specifically because whatever happened afterwards, not my fucking problem.
Do you hear what you're saying? You're saying if I don't have to live a long time, I don't need to give any fucks about anything, and the world's just going to go to shit.
The world was arguably better way back when.
How do you know? You weren't there.
Those may have been. Because, reincarnation is a thing.
Those people had to deal with polio, presidents saying, oh, World War I, how you doing? World War II, go die. Vietnam, bloodshed. Like, that doesn't sound very good to me.
We were talking about Vietnam earlier and how terrible it was. There was a lot of rumors going out that the new Battlefield game was going to have a campaign mode with, like, the Vietnam setting, and I was talking about how that would be a very bad idea.
Back in Nam.
Because that's, like, the only war that I can think of where America did some pretty fucked up, shady shit. Like, we napalmed villages just because we could.
Oh, you mean, like...
Will you turn off your fucking phone?
Oh, is that copyright? I'm not going to sing it. America's still doing fucked up shit today.
Yes, but, like, not...
pissing on Iraqi people.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Yeah. I don't want to get into that, because that's actually something, like, really serious, and I wouldn't want to waste half of a bullshitting episode on a Friday to talk about that.
Anyway, so to sum up, because we're going to transition here, because we have two things to talk about.
We have two things to talk about?
Yeah, like that Game of Thrones spoiler alert.
We're not talking about Game of Thrones.
Oh, we're talking about it, because guess what? It's been 5 days.
I decided that we will talk about every Game of Thrones episode after the next one comes out.
So you're going to wait till Monday?
Episode 3 is next, right?
Yeah, but...
So on Monday, we'll talk about episode 2.
I'm amped off the last episode.
Right, and we won't be able to talk about it, because it's only fair to our viewers to give them that time to see the episode.
Feds, you're a lucky son of a bitch.
Look, what we should talk about... what should we... You brought something up earlier.
Well, I was going to sum up that... We're here on Earth. It is my personal philosophy that we are here on Earth to gain as much knowledge as we possibly can. If our mind allows us to gain the knowledge to live either extended lives or permanent lives, and if you live a permanent life and you're like, man, I'm 1,003 years old, fuck this, hit the button on your arm, you're out, like, I'm good with that too. Whatever, you can choose when you want to die. That's an issue for another day. But if our brains give us the ability to gain the knowledge to live forever, then we can figure out way more stuff about the world and about the universe, and we can as people can gain a deeper understanding of the universe. And isn't that the point? Isn't the real point of living to find meaning? And if we can live longer, wouldn't that theoretically, I would hope, give us a better chance at understanding meaning within our lifetimes? And as a collective, if you've got let's even small number. If you got 4 million people who are 1,000 years old, that collective computing power is insane. It's insane. Oh, let me compare my 1,000 years of experience against your 1,000 years of experience, assuming we'll remember things.
You know what I believe the point of life is? To just be happy. You know what makes you happy? Not having to work a bullshit job for 40 years to make it to retirement, where you still got to pick up a part-time job because your fucking systems suck.
If
I'm probably talking too far away.
If we're 1,000 years old, we'll see the folly of our way, probably around like age 200, and then we can live out the rest of our lives in peace.
That's only 174 years away from now for me.
Yeah, but
fuck that.
Yeah, but really, proportionally, that's only like 25 years in our time.
Be born, have fun, reproduce, die. Why is that so hard? That's simple. That's the basis of life.
It's not
life
hard,
goes
but
on. I don't need to be a part of it.
But things are changing.
The times, they are changing?
They are.
Fantastic. Bob Dylan's still alive? Oh, by the way,
yes.
Bob Dylan is 5'7". He is taller than me.
He is, yeah. I told you I was confident in that assumption. Why do girls send pictures on Snapchat of just their face, no text, no nothing? If I wanted to see you, I'd text you and I'd be like, you want to hang out? Why do I care about your face?
You're really heated about this.
I don't get it.
Here's my opinion. My opinion, and this might offend some people, it might upset some people, but I believe that when women send you an expressionless snap with, like, no text, no nothing, and you're just like, what the fuck is this? You usually respond with, like, are you all right? Or, like, what's going on? Or, like, something investigative. And I feel like that's what they do, because they know that you're going to come back with that attention. And then they don't respond to you for, like, 4 fucking days.
Or even if they're smiling, it's like, what the fuck are you happy about?
Like, what am I supposed to do with this? Is there a fire in front of you that you're excited about?
Right. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I I don't have a lot of friends, like, to begin with.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So then my phone lights up, and I'm like, oh, man, social interaction. And then I look at it, and it's like, why is your fucking face on my phone right now? There's no text. You're not like, hey, how you doing? Or like, hey, I'm having a good time doing this. Like, it's not like a status update. It's like your face. What the fuck do I care about your face for? I'm just going to send everybody...
so pretty that it'll just brighten your day.
I don't want to know those people. I don't want to know those people. If you are that fucking cocky, go fuck yourself. Don't waste my time. I have things to do.
I'm going to send you a snap every day for as long as Snapchat is a thing of just my face.
Cool. I'm going to send you a snap of me slitting my throat, and then you can send me a snap back of your reaction, and we'll see how that goes.
Well, you wouldn't see the reaction now, would you? That's really a one-time thing.
No, I will bleed out slowly enough to see the reaction. I will make sure of it.
I would wait. You would see it, and it would be like, so-and-so is typing, and then it would stop. And you'd be like, you son of a bitch.
That would be a terrible, terrible thing to do.
You should not slit your throat over that. Are you okay? Do we need to call somebody?
If you get me to a hospital quick enough, they can repair my throat.
Don't put that shit on me. I'm lazy. Because, like, I could take you to the hospital, but there's a Wendy's on the way, and you know I'm stopping.
They can give me a bionic larynx.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And then my throat will be good to go.
I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Good to go forever.
I'm going to punch you in the throat so hard it's not going to be able to be repaired.
Yeah, but if you punch my new bionic throat, you'll hurt your fist.
Son of a bitch. You're not RoboCop.
Yet.
This is unacceptable. All of this is unacceptable.
I don't
Zombie apocalypse is coming, and you're worried about living forever.
The zombie apocalypse is not coming, nor can it come. I feel like now, Jurassic Park, that could happen. That could totally happen.
They just found the remains of a T-Rex that was pregnant, and they're trying to siphon DNA out of it.
Yeah, see? Now that's real. It's like, we already know that they can take DNA and put it in a petri dish and make something happen. That's way more feasible than a zombie apocalypse.
It's also scarier because zombies are slow. T-Rexes are fucking huge.
They're huge, but they're kind of retarded. But if they ever get
you
their
don't know
hands
if they're retarded. How do you know they're retarded? Have you met one? Also, little rude.
You know, only TV adaptations. That's true.
Yeah.
You know, we really don't know. What if they were way more advanced than we thought? They're like, oh, they've got like a peanut-sized brain, but like, it was insane. It was like an i7 processor. And
like, you see a T-Rex roaming the streets, and you're like, oh no, this is terrible. They've recreated T-Rexes. And then the scientists are like, yeah, but they're way smarter than we thought they were. And he's got a fucking AK-47, and you're like, oh god, this is even worse.
Why does he have to have an AK-47? Why can't he be like, hey, you want to go get some tea down the street? We'll be like, okay, giant T-Rex, because you're too big to walk into the building, so I have to bring you the tea.
What in the fuck was that?
I mean...
Was that an accent?
It was something. I imagine that's how giant T-Rexes would talk. If they were intelligent.
I feel like Friday shows are going to be filled with a lot of this nonsense.
Well, I don't think it's nonsense. These are the real issues.
These are the things that we really need to talk about. I know we've talked about politics twice, and we talked about, video games and relationships and these seemingly important things. But what's really important is, what's scarier? Zombie apocalypse or dinosaurs that can't get in to have their tea and become enraged by that?
I don't know, but if we could live forever, I'm sure we could find the answer.
I fucking hate it.
I want to live to be 123. I feel like that's a good starting point. And then my kid, with their bionic organs, they can live to like 500. And then, yeah, we'll be good to go.
You and Nate, way back in the day, told me that I was going to die at 25 getting hit by a bus. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm on borrowed time right now.
Good.
So, I mean...
Good. I'm glad that you're doing things with your life.
I am. I'm very busy.
I think maybe we should just, like, to piss our friends off, read random statuses and just, like, air people's lives out there. It's like...
There's a radio station in Washington I listen to all the time that they have this segment called the Facebook Drama Hour, where they go and they look for somebody's posts that, like, cause a lot of heat, and then they voice act over it and just ridicule the fuck out of it. Should we do that? Probably not.
Probably not. But if people post it on Facebook, that means they want the whole world to know, right?
Unless it's listed only to their friends, then they only want their friends to know. And if
we have no way of knowing that.
Is that stealing intellectual property?
What?
Yeah. If I say a quote, if I create a quote and put it on Facebook, and then you replicate that quote in a broadcast, is that stealing my intellectual property?
And actually, this would be a great topic for another discussion, because I've always felt that if you post something on Facebook, you are putting your opinion in public domain, and you open yourself up to whatever reaction the other person wants to give, because it's a public forum.
Are you talking about those people who, like, post something, and then when you respond to it, they're like, well, this is not what I wanted you to do?
Like, if you post a picture of you and your kid eating ice cream and your kid's ugly, and I say, your kid's fucking ugly.
Well, one, that makes you an asshole.
It makes me an asshole, but I'm allowed to say it because you put your kid on the internet, and now that kid is subject to me being mean.
I mean, I guess, but why would you want to be?
Because fuck that kid. I want ice cream.
What the fuck? All right, buddy. You want to go get ice cream?
No.
You sure?
No.
We can go get ice cream.
It is Fat Kid Friday.
Oh, shit. It's Fat Kid Friday.
We're going to have to order some good food.
Oh, yes.
That's our show, everybody. All the shenanigans and more next week. I'm Jerry.
I'm Puffy. We really hope you enjoyed listening, and we'll see you next week, Monday.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye-bye.